the doctor in front of your name.
Well, you know, Brittany, one thing that I love about you, like you are a strong advocate for Black women. Absolutely. Even hearing you talk about Rashida, like it sounds like you're telling the truth and also protecting her and doing it in a way that's very gentle.
Yeah.
I see you brought my girl Ronnie. I call her Ronnie.
Yes.
This is Veronica.
That's her nickname. Veronica the Vulva.
Veronica the Vulva.
Say hey girl. Hey y'all.
Okay, so Brittany, why is it important for you to educate Black women on our bodies and things of that nature?
It's important for me, first and foremost, because I think that's one of the things, that's where we first started being robbed of joy and our ability, as we were talking about earlier, in just existing.
Yeah.
Right? We've been policed from as early as our first breath, even in the way the medical complex, grades and regulates and dictates and diagnoses our bodies, our procedures and things like that. We're been discarded and disregarded.
Yeah.
Right. And so for me, being able to teach a Black woman or a young Black girl about her body, the appropriate medically accurate terminology for the body, for me, it's pushing back against that erasure, it's pushing back against that shame, and it's promoting autonomy and agency.
Period.
And those are the things that has been taken from us and told that we don't deserve from the very beginning. The Black woman's body, the gynecology was literally built on Black women's bodies, right?
Yeah.
There's in this day and age, there's still people who believe that Black women feel pain differently or less than other folks. We struggle to get diagnoses of skin conditions because the way that doctors are taught are on skin that doesn't look like ours. So you can add weeks, days, or months, and sometimes even years to diagnoses because of what they think and feel the proverbial they, the society thinks and feels about us. So for me, if I can have a Black woman learn her body, speak up for herself, go into a doctor's office and say, hey, this is not my typical flow. This is not a thing that works for me. This pain that I'm feeling because these fibroids is not normal. I'm not feeling good and not having to be tossed aside with some Tylenol and and sent home. Yeah. If they can speak up there, and they will also speak up in the bedroom. They'll also speak up in the relationship. They'll also speak up in in the boardroom. Now, granted, even speaking up, as we know, will still be met with some type of aversion and dissension, but that doesn't mean we still don't do it. Yeah. And even if just at home in the mirror, you can look at yourself and say, she's a bad man, whichever. You feel better about yourself, right? And I just, my heart to see Black women live in joy and exist in joy is the reason why I do all that I do. And Veronica is one of the ways, which I did, exist in joy. That was good. You like
it was. That's your next t-shirt.
Oh, I choose joy. Yes, exist in joy, absolutely.
So what's your reaction or the reactions of women when you're doing these sessions and you pulling out your puppet?
Yeah, so it's interesting because when I first got Veronica, this her birthday was a couple days ago.
Happy birthday, girl.
She's getting old. Veronica is 9 now.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Isn't that crazy? Yes. So when I first pulled out, people were like, it would be like, like, wasn't sure, like they couldn't tell. Like first they thought it was a purse, then they thought it was a pillow, and like, is that and I'm like, yes, girl, because then I put my hands in together to start talking and stuff. They're like, oh my God. So it was just like a shock value type of thing, and not much aversion, just really like shock. And then people began to engage with her, and as I traveled more with her, it was a while when I was traveling a lot, like I would make sure I got pictures with the pilot and Veronica. So that was really, and she had like her own social media pages, and people were like, in my coaching clients, like people would request to see her. People would say, oh, they would book me and be like, make sure Veronica comes too. So people really embraced her, and I think it was because they were interested in the lesson, but she like helped them to let down their guard. Yeah. Like, right. So I didn't want to kick in the door waving the 4-4. It's like, your vulva is this. Yeah. So if I pull out the puppet, just like with kids, like you can teach like people when they're having fun, they're more inclined to want to learn.
The doctor in front of your name.